Title: The Secret of Shadow Island. Under the golden glow of the setting sun, Max and his best friend Lila race their bikes toward the beach. The salty breeze tingled their noses as the waves crashed rhythmically against the shore. But something was different today. An eerie humming filled the air, sending a shiver down their spines. "Do you hear that?" Lila whispered, gripping her handlebars tighter. Max nodded. "It's coming from Shadow Island." Shadow Island was a mysterious place, always cloaked in mist. Legend spoke of a hidden treasure, guarded by ancient traps. Determined, Max and Lila hopped into their small motorboat. The salty mist sprayed their faces as they navigated through the choppy waves. The wooden oars creaked, and the murky water gurgled beneath them. As they reached the shore, their feet sank into the cool, damp sand. A rustling sound echoed through the jungle ahead. The scent of moss and damp earth wrapped around them like a cloak. Suddenly, a flock of birds erupted from the trees, their cries slicing through the thick air. "Something's watching us," Max murmured, his skin prickling with unease. They pushed forward, their fingers brushing against rough tree bark. In the distance, the waterfall roared, sending a cool mist into the air. As they climbed over jagged rocks, Lila suddenly gasped and pointed. There, half buried in the dirt, was a strange metallic disc. It vibrated under their fingers, sending tingling pulses through their hands. Lila lifted it cautiously, the metal warm and buzzing. Before they could react, the ground trembled. A deep, guttural growl rumbled through the trees. The shadows shifted, and two glowing eyes peered at them from the darkness. Thinking quickly, Lila pressed the disc into a stone pedestal nearby. A sharp click echoed, and suddenly, a hidden door creaked open in the rocky hillside. Inside, golden light sparkled off ancient artifacts. The scent of old parchment and leather filled the air. They had found the legendary treasure of Shadow Island.
Jersey Massing crouched low beneath the canopy, the dense jungle alive around her. Her ears picked up the rustle of leaves above. Monkeys leapt from branch to branch, their calls echoing through the humid air. Each sound told a story, an approaching predator, the wind's whispers, or her family nearby. She pressed her hands into the earth, feeling the damp soil cling to her fingers. It was warm, textured with pebbles and decaying leaves. The ground pulsed with life, a constant reminder of how close the jungle's ecosystem was to her skin. Jersey sniffed the air, the sharp scent of wet bark and moss mingling with the faint sweetness of distant blooms. Smoke lingered faintly too, a sign her family's fire wasn't far. She adjusted the woven basket on her hip, her fingers brushing its rough edges. Each step brought her closer to home. The path opened into a clearing. Her mother crouched near a fire, roasting tubers, the smell earthy and filling. Her younger brother stood nearby, clutching a handful of ripe berries. Their juice stained his fingers. Jersey smiled. The jungle wasn't just her home. It was her senses, her survival, and her family's bond.